2014 now.
Soon comes round, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah, what I wanted to ask you was,
Go on.
we've had quite a lot of requests on the email and on the YouTube, one anyway. Can we make a film of the cost of living in Corfu in 2014?
Don't see why not.
But I don't want to do one the same as last year.
Well,
I want to do something different.
a lot of people this year, because of the economy being what it is, they're coming out self-catering, so let's go around a few of the supermarkets and see what the prices are like and compare it with home prices.
That's a good idea, and they won't obviously be cooking for themselves in their apartments all the time. There'll be restaurants, so we can chuck in a couple of restaurants, which we didn't do in the last film. Yeah. We can go around a couple of restaurants, price them up, much ahead.
And of course you've got to do the bars, don't forget that.
Oh, no, that's a given, cheers. Good health, mate. Bars, usual interviews.
And
well,
the cost of living.
Well, how much are they then?
Here?
Yeah, well, I don't use them.
Well, they're €4 a packet anywhere you go, which is roughly about £3.5-ish. So that's what they are in England.
That's just as an example of the cost of living. But there'll be more. In fact, if you want more information, why don't you check out our website, movetocorfu.co.uk, where there's the prices of houses and other information. Also, on top of that, this year in Rhoda and Akaravi, we will be doing some little workshops, completely free, to give information of how to buy a house, what it's like to live here, cost of electric. You're welcome to come. If you check the website from end of April onwards, it will give the venues. Anyway, back to where we were. That's the plug over, Al. Thank you for that. You've got to have a plug.
Come on, get going on the supermarkets now, have a look.
I'm going to go into this particular supermarket. This isn't a price comparison film. I'm just going to give you some idea of what products cost for breakfast and things like that. So hang in there. You're going to have to do your own running around when you get here to find the cheapest. Spiro. This is Spiro, and we're in the cash and carry in Akaravi. Spiro, you've been in business many years. What about prices in the supermarket? What are yours gone up this year?
Because help people,
yes.
Only this.
So you try
special offer for this. Okay. And very cheap.
Yes. So you try, yeah. Well, you are cash and carry,
yes.
But you try to keep the prices down. So compared to last year's, for instance, would you say your prices are about the same, or lower, or up more?
Hello.
Hello. So despite the economy, you're doing the best. So basically it's very good for tourists in the supermarkets for cooking in the apartments. Yes, so buy here.
Yes, of course.
Spiro, thank you very much.
Me too.
And tea bags. Okay, we've got PG tips. Tea bags aren't cheap over here, not brand names. I mean, for instance, PG tips there is $4.43. But tea bags are quite cheap to pack in your suitcase and bring from England, aren't they? So instant coffee, for instance, if you buy the Italian brand, a decent sized tin is, well, €2.24. If you buy the Nescafe, small tin, which is all you probably need for holiday, it's only €1.63. Tomatoes, tin tomatoes for breakfast. We've got mushy tomatoes, Greek brand, 88 cents. We've got whole plum tomatoes. This says Greek canning company, and these are 88 cents as well for whole plum tomatoes. HP sauce. Now we all like a drop of HP sauce on our breakfast, don't we? In this particular place it's $1.98. But it can go up to as much as €2.90 depending upon where you shop. It's like going to Asda and Tesco's in England. You've got to look around for the best bargains. Tins of Spam. Buy the local brands, $3.39 for a nice tin like that. That's euros, don't forget. We're always talking in euros. And taking milk, for example, There's a huge range of milk here in Greece, unlike England. You can go from the semi-skimmed to the sterilised to the fresh. And the price varies from 88 cents in some places to €2.5 for fresh milk. And of course, you can't go without the yoghurt. And the Greek yoghurt is the best in the world, in my opinion. It's very cheap. For a 1 kilo tub, you're looking at around €2.5 to €3.20. We've got Heinz English baked beans for about €1.20. Let's look at butter and margarine. Okay, this is a nice local butter that's sold locally, $2.46. Margarine, 77 cents. But of course you can buy the soft margarine for €2 and for $1.36 for a tub like this. And of course you can't have breakfast without some jam or marmalade. Prices for that varies very much so. From down here for small jars, €2 to $3.70, depending upon the quality. And you have Nutella, which I think you can buy in England, $2.49 over here, Nutella. Yes. And juices, you know. This is the very cheap range of juices, but it really is very good. I mean, you're looking here, 81 cents orange juice by the litre, cherry juice, apple juice, really good prices, not expensive here. You can pay as low as this, 81 cents, but you can go in some places and you'll find that it's €1.90, €1.80. We mustn't forget the beer. Lots of beers. The local brands are the cheapest usually. This fixed beer, highly recommended. 92 cents for, well, a pint I suppose you could say. And German beers, 69 for a big tin, which is really good prices. Anyone knows Henniger, of course. Henniger, 79 cents. That's damn good. Now, as I keep stressing, shop around. Wine. Now we're all interested in wine, aren't we? This is a lovely drop of red, medium sweet wine. What we got here? 1.5 litres, €2.80, €3.50, and the same with the white as well, for dry. So you can buy wine quite cheaply. If you want expensive wines, of course you've got a massive range. I mean, you've got wines here at huge prices, $2.34. How good's that? That's good, isn't it? $2.34. And you can go up to... I'm actually looking for an expensive wine and can't find one. And you've got Absolute vodka here for only €16 for 70 centilitre. Famous Grouse whiskey, €17.50 for 70 centilitre. Breakfast cereals, guys and girls. We have them all here, same as you have in England. A lot of them are in fact Greek make, but they're just as nice, not cheap, no matter where you go. You might consider, because they don't weigh nothing, bringing some with you. Can you get this? Hi, 2014 again. Here we are.
Yes.
Tell me about the economy this year and what about the prices in your bar this year.
The economy is still the same last year. It's a little bit bad, but it's okay. We try to fix. The price all here is the same last year.
Are you trying to tell me that last year you were charging about €3.50 for a nice vodka,
Yes.
a good measure,
Good measure,
and it's the
yes.
same this year?
The same, exactly the same.
And how about the summer season? Do you think you're going to be busy?
No, I think, not talk too much, but I think it's the same last year, and I hope it's the same last year.
Tell me something. You're a very good restaurant here.
Yeah.
When you have the people come in to buy food, do they have starter, then the main meal, and then dessert, or do they just come and have like just fish and chips?
It depends. Some coming have starter, normal, yes, and this and dessert, and some coming only 2 beers, 2 fish and chips. It depends on the customers. It's not all the same. It's okay.
So tell me something. If you have family of husband, wife, and 2 children,
Yes.
and they are going to have fish and chips and some salad.
Yes.
About how much would that cost them? About, let's see.
One family for people, eh? It's about 26 euro.
Complete,
Yeah, yes.
not per head.
No.
That's very cheap.
Yes.
Okay. Would
It's
you
a-
like to say anything else for the
Oh,
summer?
it's okay. Good. I hope it's one good season, only that. I
And you hope there are many beautiful ladies for you.
hope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. While we were in the centre of Akaravi, we thought we would call into the Odysseus restaurant, which has been here for many years and are renowned for their extremely large portions. So we're going to ask Nikos, the owner, if he can maintain the same standards and prices as he has last year.
Of course, I don't think anyone would dare to raise up the prices because we work with local people as well, and it's very difficult to raise up the prices when the whole situation is like this. So tell me something else. If I was a husband, wife, and 2 small children, I'd be coming in your restaurant to sit down for a meal. Is it necessary to have starter, main meal, and then dessert? Or is it okay here in Greece just to come in and just have the main meal? People can choose whatever they like, from a general meal and a full complete, or just a salad or a snack. I mean, usually maybe a family with 40 or 50 euro maximum is completely satisfied with any meal.
And
40 or 50, that's the whole family.
The whole family.
Family of 4?
Yeah, with drinks and maybe some starters as well. And
But you're talking 40 or 50 euros.
But you don't think any the less of people, if they just come in, they have 1 beer each and just the main meal?
Of course, many people would try just a snack or a salad between them, you know, and then they...
But you're happy for that?
Yes, of course.
Because they're customers?
Yes, and any customer is good.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
If the family comes in and mum and dad's vegetarian, say, do they do a vegetarian meal?
Yes, of course. We have our menu is quite big, I would say. You can choose Greek food, which are special for vegetarian, or any other pizza maybe without some meat on top, or pastas available, anything. So there you go. On average price, you've got it.
Whilst we're in Akaravi Central, we must visit the Pump House restaurant. It's been here since 1986 and is possibly the oldest restaurant in Akaravi. We'll have a little chat with Yorgos, the owner, for his comments, and I would like to mention they do specialise in international and new Greek cuisine, although many of their recipes are handed down from generation to generation. Like most restaurants in Corfu, the Pump House caters exceptionally well for both vegetarians and for children. Yorgos, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thanks for letting us film in here. This is one of the oldest restaurant, is it not?
Yes, we are established in 1978 by a very local, and before it was a cafe, and then it turned into a restaurant. We are the oldest at the moment, and the busiest, because all these clients and friends coming over all the years support us.
Always regular customers, of course.
Yes, yes.
Your prices this year, will they be the same as last year, or have you put the prices up?
We haven't touched the prices. The prices are the same, probably.
Probably
cheaper.
the same. Cheaper. Maybe even cheaper.
Maybe cheaper, yes.
Let me ask you something about your menus and other restaurants' menus. a client with a family, they can come in here and instead of buying a full meal, just one meal, they can look at the starters and have many starters, can't
Yes.
they, on one plate?
Yes, they can pick up, they make their own meze, which is we
Call it a meze.
yes, we drive them into this.
So what we're saying is that instead of coming in and buying the main meal, to keep everybody at the table happy, they can look at the starters menu and the appetizers and maybe order 6 of those on one plate, and it's called a meze. And this can be a cheaper way of having a really filling meal and making a table of 4 or more people happy. It can be fish meze, it can be meat meze, or combination. And so another thing I want to ask you, is it a problem for you if a customer comes in and only they want the main meal?
Yes,
Is that a problem?
there is no problem. We only need the customer to come in. It doesn't matter if they have a meal or a drink or a snack or a dessert.
So everyone is welcome for
Yes,
anything.
everyone is welcome.
Okay. And one last question. How much, approximately, on average, does it cost per head for a family of, say, 2 adults, 2 children, to come in and have just the main meal, on average, with drinks, with some drinks?
Average, the meal is about 8 to 20.
8 to 20 per person.
Yes, it
depending
depends
on
what
drink.
they can eat with €8 and children with €3.
Ah, yes, of course. And the drinks.
Approximately is about, for a family, is about €40.
Another final question, drinks. Your drink prices are the same as last year.
Yes,
So being a restaurant and not a bar,
yeah,
if someone orders a beer, a
Yes.
large beer,
yes.
about what sort of money is that cost?
Yeah, it's cheaper than a bar.
Cheaper than a bar, of
Yes.
course it's the restaurant.
Yes.
And if they order a vodka, because I know the measures here are very good.
Yes, it's cheaper than a bar.
Okay, we leave it at that. Yorgos, you are the biggest and the oldest restaurant. People come here year in, year out, to come here and to Akaravi in general. Why is that?
Because the place is lovely, the beach is nice, the locals are fantastic, they love it, and they enjoy being back.
Okay, Yorgos, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure talking with you, and I hope you're going to have a fantastic season. I'm
I
sure
hope-
you will, because you always have a good
I
one.
hope so for everybody as well.
So thank you very much indeed for talking to
Thank
me.
you very much indeed.
I've really enjoyed doing this one with you.
I have actually, yeah.
I mean, we've been supermarkets, Akaravi, Rhoda, bars, restaurants.
You know, everybody we've met today has all been friendly, nice. You know, even though we're the foreigners, really. Come on, let's be honest about it.
If you're coming over here, of course, you're going to have to realise that the Greeks are the nicest people in the world, and they bend over backwards for tourists. All I can say is, it's been a good film. We've enjoyed doing this film, and come to Corfu, come to the North Coast, come to Akaravi, Rhoda.
Come and see us in Akaravi. We're
Yeah.
always like this all the time.
Yeah.
We look forward
to seeing you
all this
Summer in Akaravi and Rhoda. Anyway, come and see us
Come
all.
on,
Come
don't
on,
be
cheers,
frightened.
mate. Bye.